Mistress, may I come in? Mistress. Mistress, if I may, I'd like to have a conversation with you. A conversation where you aren't tinkering with that thing the whole duration. Thank you. I must bring to your attention some concerns of mine. You've done nothing but work on that invention of yours for 3 days. I've had to bring all your meals to the workshop, pull the blankets off your bed so somewhat comfortable for you to sleep. And you haven't bathed. Not once! You must take a break. Yes, I am well aware. I have no doubts that your automaton will revolutionize the industry. However, it can wait. What could be the harm of stepping away? All those gears and scraps will still be there when you return. They aren't about to catch a train and back to London. But surely you needn't work on yourself to this extent. At the very least, you must take care of yourself. I understand that you get very invested in your work. That is indeed admirable. Your inventions are truly a marvel to behold. But some basic self-care never killed anyone. I do not understand why you insist on working yourself to the bone day in and day out. Your body needs rest. You aren't a machine. Mistress, I'm going to speak to you as clearly as possible. You need to stop working. Even just for a day. Slaving away over your blueprints that you've been working on for 72 hours and counting is far from healthy. But why? Who are you trying to prove yourself to? At this point, I refuse to take no for an answer. You are resting. I simply cannot stand watching you rot away in this workshop any longer. You are well aware of how sought after my services are. If I were to quit, there are countless nobles' houses that would compensate me more for the same level of work. However, I do not wish to do that. I am speaking to you not as a butler, but as a companion. So listen closely. You do not need to be productive every waking hour of the day in order to be worth caring about. Moments spent in rest are still important. In fact, they may be even more important than the time you use assembling parts of your workbench. Those restful moments are where your soul, the very core of your being, is nurtured. So please, take a break. I beg you. Thank you. It's good to see that you've finally come to your senses. I will run you a bath and pull out some fresh clothing. Everyday clothing, not those ash-soaked rags you use when you're laboring. Come, the bath is warm and sudsy. It will cleanse the oil from your skin. Yes, your skin is coated in oil. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you are a miner who just emerged from the earth itself. Now please, disrobe and enter the bath. How is it? Too hot? Wonderful. Now give your mind the freedom to wander. There is no objective to be focused on at the moment. All you must do is simply be. While you do that, please allow me to wash this gunk off you. Yes, mistress. Oh, no. I will not allow you to speak about work for the remainder of the day. I care not if you need my opinion. You have the capability of asking tomorrow. Oh, what on earth is this substance on your hands? Copper dust. I see. And why are your fingers coated in it? Should you really be sending your automatons outer plating when the internal components are not yet finished? And these necessary parts haven't even arrived yet. They're still en route? This is exactly what I meant when I said you have no need to be productive all the time. It only leads you to performing busy work that will not matter in the end. You'll likely need more waxed copper to form a bigger shell. These inventions of yours are rarely as compact as your initial designed them to be. Please, forget I said anything. I told you not to discuss work, and I shall not either. No speaking of your automaton until after you eat breakfast tomorrow morning. Am I clear? Lovely. Yes. I mean no offense. But what kind of question is that? I apologize for laughing, mistress. Still, it is a rather strange question. There is no step-by-step guide on how to relax. You simply do. And that right there is your problem. You have no idea how to enjoy yourself. This is why you forcefully engross yourself in menial tasks long after you should have turned in for the day. Indeed. I said I would not speak of it. My mistake. If you really must know, all you do is something you enjoy. Allow your mind to get engrossed in that, and you'll forget all about your responsibilities. There are a multitude of things you could do. Perhaps I should read you a novel. I know you quite enjoy mysteries. Or we may walk down to the station and watch as trains depart on their journeys. That is something you quite fancied when we were younger. I was not yet your butler. Really, the task could be anything. Or should I say that relaxation does not require a task. But for someone in your predicament, I'd suggest starting with an activity that you can keep your mind occupied. What about me? Well, I quite enjoy reading on my off time. I tend to prefer romance to mystery, but there are stories in which that overlaps. I also go out in town with my other friends, something a recluse like yourself would never do. I apologize for teasing you, mistress. I am simply making light. Sometimes I don't even do anything. I merely sit outside and enjoy the sounds of the city. It can be quite freeing, not having anything to do but exist. Well, you may be ways off from achieving that. As I said, we'll start by keeping your mind occupied with a hobby. Then, once you've used to that, doing nothing at all should be far more calming than stressful. I believe I finally scrubbed all the grime off your skin. Now I suggest getting out of the bath. Normally I'd allow you to enjoy the warmth, but the water's gone cold. And dark, with oil and heaven knows what else. Indeed, it's been a long time since I've had to clean that much off of you. And to think about how much worse it would have been if you refused my offer. My intent is not to shame you, but to point out the flaws in your thought process. It's one of the reasons we became such good friends as children, was it not? Had it not been for me, your first creation's boiler would have blown your grandfather's shop to bits. I may not be a technological genius, but I have common sense. Something you could use some assistance with. Alright, please hold still while I dress you in some proper clothing. No, allow me. Yes. No, I do not regret becoming your butler. Why do you ask? Indeed, it has shifted our relationship, but as I said earlier, I still consider you as a companion. We clearly respect each other's boundaries, and I know you view me as an equal. Had you seen me as nothing less but a butler, I'd have been fired a long time ago for some of my less than praising comments. I do care for you, and that's why I'm so hard on you. Please understand that. Indeed, I am quite satisfied with my current line of work. Besides, had I not accepted your initial offer to become a temporary butler, while you got your workshop up and running, I'd likely be in a faraway city dusting some noble antique china collection. Working here has much lower stakes to it. What can I say? You happen to grow on me. There. Now you look quite presentable, if I do say so myself. That is up to you. What do you think would most aid your relaxation? Very well. What book would you like me to read? One from your personal collection. Are you sure? Of course, of course. I shall be back in a moment. Until then, I suggest you take a look outside. See what you've been missing these past few days. Hello everybody, this is Moosh on ASMR, and I hope you enjoyed this audio of me being a butler. It's certainly a type of new experience. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I felt a little uncomfortable saying master and mistress, and I was like, am I doing this right? Am I doing this how it should be, or something like that? But I hope I did a good job with it. Once again, thank you to Turtle Shark for this amazing script. And if you can, I will leave a description down below to their Reddit page so you can give them an upvote. And yeah, I am also working on a collaborating audio with some friends, um, which I will have hopefully by Wednesday next week. And yeah, my first collaboration. I hope you'll enjoy that. But I hope you have a good night. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And I will talk to you guys later. Good night. Bye bye.